Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So Jagex yesterday dropped a post on the homepage which is going to be talking about combat styles improvements. Not only that, they've released a beta server for range as well to go through these improvements. Now, I'm not the best to talk over PVM updates and things like this, so I'm going to leave that side partially, but what I'm going to talk about more is some of the other points which they've mentioned here. Now, since March, they've introduced a range of updates to improve the core combat skills, to improve flow, which we've known has always been a problem with EOC and EOC combat. Now, what they're finally starting to do is tackle the main skills, and the first one they're going to do is range. So one of the real important things, and probably the most important we'll talk about here from my point of view, is all of these styles are going to be increased to 120 max level. Now, we knew this was possibly coming at some point, but to have the sort of confirmation that it's going to happen is going to be massive. But also, once you look at the bigger picture and the overall picture as well, you realize this is going to be enormous for all forms of combat styles. Now, currently we're capped to like weapons up to level 99. Jagex have just confirmed that they've opened 21 levels more for new weapons, new abilities, all these new things to come into the game, which basically means that combat has extended its life for a considerable amount of time. Now, what we don't know is how it's going to really happen, and if you're someone who's very good on the combat side, wants to learn and have a go at the beta, they've put some links in this post for the beta as well. One thing I've learned from the EOC beta is that the people who did it and understood it had a clear advantage when it came to PVMing when the actual update hit the game. So for me, 120 max level is going to be pretty massive because it's been a while since like new combat methods, new combat guides, and I think it will tie up so nice with Slayer as well. So 2026 is really going to be the year of the guides. I think that people need help with combat. Again, I think to sort of like link up to this, 7-day bond was always going to go and do 99 Slayer to go and get the max cape and to get 99 in all its combat stats. I think if you guys are into it, if you guys want to watch it, maybe we can make it something where it's like a 2 episodes a week thing of Slayer adventures, and we just do a nice long Slayer video just for you guys to listen and watch with as well. So in terms of what they're looking to do, they're looking to make combat mode more fluid, and also get them closer to Necromancy. So it's nice that they've identified that Necromancy is still by far and away the best combat style. They've done things to get others a little bit closer, but Necromancy is still far and away the highest. They've put clearer tooltips, labels, and descriptions to help you understand combat and make decisions in the moment. They're going to overhaul of accuracy so it impacts damage rather than chance to hit. Removing splashing from Runescape, never miss an ultimate again, which this is going to completely change how I see combat, and I think like it's just going to be so refreshing to have a go through all these mechanics. So improvements to clinical strike and damage range of abilities so that you're more consistently in control and less at the mercy of RNG. So it's going to put you more responsible. RNG is going to have less of an impact. You're in control of your damage and stuff like that, which again is really nice. And I think it's something which a lot of people have been sort of going for or petitioning for a long time. And for Christmas, what they've done is put further modernizations for combat in 2024 in this beta. Now, if you want to join the beta, the instructions are going to be at the bottom of the blog, which I'll put in the description just for you guys to see. So they've identified melee, magic, and range as the long-standing combat styles. And they've understood that it's a mismatched design patterns, legacy system, bloated ability kits, leaving much to be desired. So what they're trying to do now is strip back and almost rewrite, redo, and trying to do it properly. So the important things which is coming from them looking to improve stuff is that all combat styles should follow the same fundamental structure. They're going to remove the threshold ability type, move to abilities like Necromancy. Styles to increase to 120 max level, which we've already sort of mentioned. Create and embrace a clear style identity in the combat styles, which again is very nice. You want them to be a bit more apart than what they currently are now. Reduce ability counts and remove redundant or rarely used options. Strip away filter abilities. Focus on a concise, meaningful ability set. So sometimes less really can be more. If you have a set of abilities which really work and flow together really nice, that can be a lot better than the longest ability bar you've ever seen because it just links better and they reflect on each other as well. They're reducing keybind float and new player complexity, and again, this is something really important going into next year, is that they're looking to increase their new player base, and I really do think that the combat, how it is now, really limits the player base because it doesn't take a lot for people to get confused with RuneScape 3, and I think if you could take away that traction, more people get involved, and you know what RuneScape's like, once you get into that level where you're enjoying it, you enjoy the flow, you pretty much got a new player there, and The fact they've seen that, they're identifying it and they're targeting it is really, really nice as well. And then bring animation and combat flow up to the quality bar necromancy set. So necromancy set is where they're trying to aim towards for the other skills, which I don't think is bad. But I do like that they're looking to have the quirks of the different skills as well and the different styles as well. So range is going to be the first one they're going to look at doing. So the changes which they're going to put is that range core script has been rewritten. Range now uses fixed ability timings. Basic range abilities now generate 9% adrenaline, and now range now uses ammo, which never really made sense that you could use range without really using any ammunition. So, and with the core combat styles now raised to 120, Berserker, Maniacal, Reckless, and Majorat auras have been disabled in the beta because by the look of it, they're going to take it out, which works for another thing as well. The fact they're looking to be aggressive with Aurascape. Aurascape is too much in the current times. I think the skilling one needs a complete different kind of balance compared to the combat ones, but the fact they've mentioned the combat ones and they're looking at doing it as well. Now here they talk about the abilities and how they're going to amend the abilities. Again, this is only in the beta form. But the fact they're looking at doing this would suggest that these are going to be the ones we're going to keep if that's the case, but definitely look at other things as well. So Death's Witness, they're looking to remove from the World Wakes requirement, which has its pros and cons. I do think that some abilities need to be hidden behind quests because it encourages people to do quests and it gives the quest a decent payoff as well. But something like that, Death Swiftness is a pretty massive ability for the combat sort of side, so it is beneficial to be able to have it. So here we continue to talk through the abilities, and again, I'll leave you guys to have a look at that as well. They know there's some issues in the beta which they've mentioned, so if you are having problems, these are the ones they currently know about, and then further down, if you are looking to join, all the stuff will be here as well. If you don't have any gear in the beta, if you go and speak to the range trader in War's Retreat, they will give you all the stuff that you need to go and have a play with as well. So it's really actually good to go and learn some mechanics, bossing as well, while playing around with the beta. But please, if you do find anything which is worthwhile them changing or any feedback and stuff, always make sure to give the feedback through the 2 channels they've offered. You have Discord, and then you also have the Reddit as well to give any feedback. But this is a massive sort of push forward, you know. I've always liked how RS3 goes to betas, but at this current time, it's sort of like nails back the fact they're looking for feedback to make changes as well. It's not just a change they're just going to go and do now. They're waiting for players to have a go, feedback, and let them know about any changes they want to do. Now, going off combat stuff as well, I've also sort of read on Reddit a couple of times, but I can't find like an official post. But if you guys have seen an official post, put it in the comments below, that the inverted skill capes are going to come back to Runescape 3 as part of a 25-year celebration. So that could be really nice. Again, the inverted skill capes look incredible, and I do hope that they become untradeable if they are at all. Now, I'm waiting for that post to go live, and if it does, I'll make sure to do a video on it. We'll talk through it and go through that as well. Maybe it could be something like the Golden Cape where you need to collect shards or you need to do something in particular, but that can link into like loads of guides or videos anyway. However, that is going to be the end of the video. Again, it's more of a sign of things to come in the next year, and I'm really happy with how we're moving and how we're going. Not only are we getting Removal Treasure Hunter, but there's a clear direction on improving the combat triangle to be more competitive and more similar to Necromancy as well. And it's just how things are going currently. It seems to be a dramatic change for 2026 that we're going to go and fix the problems which have been identified with the game, and I'm all for it. And off the back of this, there'll be new methods, there'll be new items, which for me is great because it will be even more content. There'll be loads of guides to be able to do, loads of item reviews, loads of money-making methods. But more importantly, I've already got a series, I think, with 7 Day Bond, we're going to go and do the Slayer series where it's going to go max and do all its combats. I think it'd be a really good way to show you guys how to train combats through different monsters, get XP rates from Slayer tasks, and sort of branch out into the combat side as well. But what I want you guys to do is let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm kind of excited for it. I'm not a big combat person. Like, I'll do an AFK boss, but in terms of like really getting engaged with the combat, I'm one of them players who struggle. And it seems like going back and streamlining the process might be something where I'd be more interested to go and give it a go and jump into it as well. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you are interested in doing the beta, make sure to check out the post I'll put in the description of the video. All the details to join the beta and things you can do with the beta and some issues we already know about are in that post, so make sure to give it a read as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.